Like a brown. That's what it's called. Like if you look it up, it's called a brown. B-R-A-A. Okay, so I'm actually crying. Not really, but like kind of, because I'm really happy. You can see tears. So this thing right here, that thing is the Apple commercial that I made for myself because we were doing stuff. Anyways, I finished it and I texted 2 people. I watched it so many times, I was like, I don't know if this is good enough. So I texted one of my friends and they were like, dude. And then I texted my mentor and he was like, dude. So I think it's good enough. I'll roll the commercial right now. I think this one is my favorite one. Like it is so, it's so fine. I really like this one. I think it turned out well. That one is so much better than the Monster I had yesterday. Than the Red Bull I had yesterday, because Monsters, or this one in particular, but it's so much better. Also, Instagram flagged me for branded content, and I was like, I didn't get paid for this. But Apple, you can pay me. I'll gladly take your money. Hello. Okay, since Mondays are usually our slow days for vlogs, if you want to put it that way, since it was a lot of sound effects and there were no music, I just wanted to do a quick breakdown of how I edited that. Okay, so when I was making this, the first thing I wanted to do when all the lights go over, I wanted to get the sound that would make you feel what you're watching. So you can see on this shot right here how it's like a long fluorescent light. That's what we used for this basically. And when it goes over without any sound effects, when the light goes over the phone, I want you to like feel that. And I want you to actually like get the emotion of the light. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add like a shimmer type thing. And it's like the hardest thing to find. Okay, so when you listen to this, you can hear that's like the light going over the phone. And that's what I want you to feel when you watch this. And then for this next clip where the phones like rotate, we shot them on the side and then I masked them together. In post, I keyframed it and had them spin. So this clip right here, and this one's rotating, I wanted you to hear like the wind, like it rotating. So when we're doing sound effects, the first thing you want to hear is that you don't want one sound effects for one clip. You want it to kind of go from one clip to another clip to another clip. So you don't cut them at the end of the clip unless you're going for a certain effect. For example, like this one right here, where the shimmer sound goes into the spinning shot. It goes into it, and then when the light comes on, the phone's in the next shot, the shimmer sound is still there, so it gives you that emotion too. So after we have the basics, the ones that make you feel what you're watching, you want to add in some powerful ones that just draw out your emotion to it. That grabs your attention but also doesn't take away from the film, because you don't want some random like weird like do typewriter sound. You want something punchy like strikes or impacts, or for example booms. Okay, so now that we're done with like the emotional, like the shimmering sounds that make you feel what you're watching, I wanted something that would grab your attention and go on a deeper level. If you add some big dramatic stuff such as a brown, that's what it's called. Like if you look it up, it's called a brown. And it sounds so good if you put it together with like a bunch of other stuff. So we have, first off, we have that sounds good, but we can make it better if we add a cinematic strike. So we had the boing, and then we're gonna have the strike. Since I'm speed ramping this and it goes fast to slow, I want a sound effect that makes you feel like you're going fast to slow, or a clock is slowing down. So that's where this sound comes in. And then if we throw all the punches together with like the slowing down sound, we get this. And all together that sounds so good. So now that we have the Foley sound effects, which would be like the light that you can hear going across the screen, and then the more punchy sound effects that draws out more of the emotion, I want something that kind of gives a story and ties everything together. Something you hear in every single frame, and that you're like boom, 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 and you can predict it. And for that, I found this cool like sonar type thing. So the reason that I had the sonar in is because it's sonar. So when all the other noise and like all the other buildup falls away, then there's one noise, and that's the noise that you've been constantly hearing, and that's the noise that's always been there, because the strikes, booms, impacts, bends, bombs, whatever, they're not in every single swing, in every single shot. Predictable, and you can count on it. And then at the very end, that's the last sound you hear. So basically all the sound effects are, all the sound effects are basically like a bunch of food. That doesn't make any sense. This is a weird illustration. All the sound effects are just a bunch of different shaped sticks, and then the sonar is the string, and you wrap it all together, and then it sounds good. And someone's probably about to walk into my room. Nope, never mind. And then that's just what pulls it together. That's the editing breakdown. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Smash that